I want to talk about the natural birth, but first, just finishing kind of going through the trimesters and how you were preparing differently each trimester and what women should be aware of, both for diet, mental and emotional, and just how your body's changing and how you can really feel the best in your new body.
Yeah. Yeah. First trimester, I think it's about the mental and physical combination. Like we were talking about, really learning about supplements. So if you're not currently taking a really good prenatal, like that's going to help. Especially, I meant to mention before, vitamin B9 is great for morning sickness, for nausea. So you can actually take extra B9, consult with your doctor. But that is something that I know has helped several clients of mine, friends of mine. It's about getting all those vitamins that are going to support the early neural development of the baby. It's also about upgrading your carbohydrates so that you can be eating the carbs that you might need for energy, because it's common to be super tired. When you're tired, you're going to crave carbs. That's okay. My perspective is don't try and fight that, but just be smart about it. So I went from having smoothies to having oatmeal on most mornings because it was comforting emotionally, and it gave me the complex carbohydrates that I felt I needed just to push through the day. And still adding healthy fats like almond butters and protein to my oatmeal. But I think it's okay to switch off of what you were doing before if that doesn't feel right for your body. Second trimester, I had this expectation. Everyone said, second trimester, you feel amazing. It's so amazing. It's great. And you're glowing. And I remember getting to second trimester, be like, all right, here we go. And I still kind of felt shitty and was tired. And so I think it's important to not have too many of those expectations, because there's so many. You start Googling and you just get a million different opinions of what pregnancy should be like, is going to be like. So being kind to yourself. If you don't feel better yet, that's okay. Being patient, taking care of yourself. I mean, that was a nice time for us to travel and take a little baby moon, because you're a little more comfortable with the whole idea, but you're not uncomfortably third trimester yet. I think at that point, it's really just staying with the usual routine. It's maybe you don't feel sick anymore, so you can start bringing things back in. I think it's important to note, the oatmeal habit, for example. Let's say 3 months in, I was kind of like, okay, maybe I'm now ready to try having my smoothies again. Maybe I'm now ready. Just because you give something up because you felt sick for a few weeks or a few months doesn't mean that you won't be able to have that throughout pregnancy. I know some clients I've worked with can't tolerate any animal protein in their first trimester. If it doesn't mean that later on you won't be able to, if that's something that you're open to. And on that note, keeping proteins, you have enough going on hormonally. So as always, but especially when pregnant, for animal proteins, to really try to choose only grass-fed, organic, high quality, wild caught fish. That's really, really important, I believe.
Because of the hormones.
Yeah, because of the hormones, because of the chemicals that you get and everything else in factory farmed meats. And then with fish too, I think wild fish, sardines, which might sound revolting to people in their first trimester who are feeling sick, but that was actually one of my staple foods, Wild Planet, canned wild sardines. I would have that with some what are they called? The Jill's crackers or the toast, whatever it was, because you get all those omega-3s that are so great for brain development for the baby. So there's so much that you can continue to do, that you're already probably doing diet-wise.
No, not eating
maybe not.
sardines and Jill's.
Yeah.
I'm smiling at you, but you nasty.
I know you're not going to.
I know, literally. You also feed Eliza your sardines.
Oh, she is.
She loves them.
She will eat them by the handful.
Dude,
yeah, skin, bones, and all.
I love her.
She's a little carnivore. So actually, she'll pick out all her vegetables first before she eats her animal protein.
Really?
Very cute. Yeah, she'll eat them all first. Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Morning Microdose by Almost 30.
We hope you enjoyed waking up.
As always, we encourage you to take what resonates and leave the rest. If you enjoyed this trip, tune into the full episode on the Almost 30 podcast. All episode information can be found in the show notes.
Make sure to subscribe, and if this becomes a part of your morning routine, be sure to share it with a friend. We have new inspiring doses Monday through Friday. Follow us on Instagram at Morning Microdose, and follow Almost 30 at Almost 30 Podcast.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the vortex.